Robert Saleh said he's keeping receipts on people mocking the New York Jets.
Okay, here's mine. You suck.
Coach. Stop worrying about me, Craig, or anybody else mocking you, because I'm going to give you a little fact.
Keep receipts.
A fact.
Yeah.
You're 4-14 as the head coach of this team.
Yeah.
That means you've lost a lot more games than you won. Why don't you win some games, and then you can worry about cashing receipts in? No one wants to hear about what you're going to do when you win, because a lot of guys who come here never win.
And by the way, I remember he came up when we interviewed him, and for the record, I think I speak for you. I like Robert Saleh, the human being. See, a really nice guy.
I like Todd Bowles as a human being. What the hell does that mean?
So this isn't a personal shot, but he made the point. I think you even asked the question, or someone asked the question, where he thinks the media is out to get him.
He said the media,
right?
in his opinion, roots against the Jets.
And I couldn't be any clearer. Evan's a Jet fan. I'm a Jet fan. We root for the Jets to win every single week until it serves us as fans to get a better draft pick. And we're a long way away from that, to be fair and honest about it. And I also made the point to him, talk show hosts are different than journalists who cover the team. Here's the memo to all coaches. None of us are rooting against the team to lose. We want you guys to win. So keep all the receipts you want. Hi, my name is Craig. You disappointed me again. And there's no end in sight because I don't have a quarterback.
And I don't know if we have a head coach. Let's call it like it is. What have we seen through those 18 games that make you believe he's the guy?
I'm keeping receipts.
No, give me an answer.
Like, come on,
Tell me,
man.
what have you seen in 18 games that makes you think he's the guy?
What have we done wrong? If I was your Robert Saleh, walk me through what we've said about the Robert Saleh Jets one game into year 2 that you're keeping receipts on. Huh? Just tell me the one thing we've said that you're writing down saying, oh, I'm going to remind those guys about this when we turn this around. What?
No, because the team has sucked. And I don't blame Robert Saleh for the years prior to him. That would not be fair.
That's right.
But for the 18 games he's coached, there are facts. You're 4-14. And I'm not ready to fire him or say anything like that, but I ask a simple question, and you don't have an answer. I know you don't. What have you seen through 18 games that make you believe the Jets have a coach?
I hate to say it, nothing. I want him to be really good.
Of course, I want him to
get
great.
The job.
I want him to be great, too.
And by the way, Robert, while you're taking receipts, take that receipt down, too. The fact that guys, maybe like me, maybe like Evan, who you're going to save receipts from, are the same guys that advocated you getting the job. So make sure you keep all the receipts and just not the ones that serve this stupid position.
Here's Saleh saying he's keeping receipts. Play it.
When those little errors that the offense was having in the first half stop happening, it's going to be explosive. And
stop right there.
It's going to be explosive, Craig.
Wait a minute. So when we stop making errors, his words, not mine, the Jets offense is going to be explosive. Explosive.
Once there's a left tackle who can block, once I play Garrett Wilson, once we design really good play calls, and once we don't have a stiff known as a statuesque quarterback, boy, you guys better watch out.
Ooh, look out for the Jets offense. Here comes a diuretic explosion. Okay, fantastic.
Hey, when Corey Davis learns not to drop balls on third down, boy, you're going to be in for something crazy.
But remember, when you're going to keep receipts, you can't only keep the negative ones. You got to remember the same people that are being critical of you are the ones that wanted you to get the job. Play the damn thing.
Stop happening. It's going to be explosive. And then it carries on to the second half. You're just going to feel it. And in a way, it does just click where you're just stacking up day after day after day. And it's really, really cool when it does happen because it just absolutely pops off the tape. And,
so here's my fair question. He knows it's going to happen. If you could give me the little insight as to when we should expect this transformation to take place, that might make my life as a fan a little bit easier. Should I wait for Zach to get back? Week 4? Okay. Is it going to happen before Zach gets back? Are we going to shore up the left tackle, as Evan brought up? Are we?
Or is it going to be when you're no longer the head coach and someone else is here?
Yeah,
When's that going to be?
I'm wondering when this explosion is going to happen because we've been waiting for it for a long
That's the
time.
problem. So he even said earlier, it's like we live in this instant coffee world where people want results right away. We are 18 games into your coaching tenure. This isn't year one. And we're looking on the other side at Brian Daboll in day one getting a victory. He's only 3 away from you, coach.
Right.
He may catch you,
I'll
by
give
the
you
way.
one better. The New York Jets have lost 13 consecutive games in September. He's got 5 of those, right? So you're not responsible for all of them, but in the 13 games, they've been outscored. It's like 350 to 150. It's an embarrassing number. So forgive us as Jet fans who happen to also be on the radio getting paid to talk about the Jets that we're pissed.
Yeah, and by the way, just to give you a number, in those 4 games, they've scored 29 points.
Per game?
No.
Per game? That's great. That's explosion.
No.
Oh, it's not per game?
Combined.
Oh.
Combined.
So 7 points a game.
In 3 of those 4 games, they didn't get to double digits.
Huh. So
Yeah.
I also wonder, since
Crazy,
you're keeping
huh?
receipts, Robert Saleh, I'm wondering why you decided to go with Greg Zuerlein as your kicker. Just walk us through that, because maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're being too tough on the fact that we have a field goal kicker who missed a kick at an extra point yesterday in a game where points were the premium for our amazing explosive offense. I'm wondering why we have a punter that put together a 20-yard punt with no pressure on him. I'm just saying, again, far be it from me not to ask these probing questions because you're keeping receipts.
He also said the Jets didn't get beat yesterday.
We didn't?
They lost.
Oh, shut up. So now we're not going to give the Baltimore Ravens any credit for, cracking through. It was all self-inflicted
We
wounds.
didn't get beat. We lost.
You scored essentially 3 points, big guy. 3. You're not going to win any games this year that you score single-digit points in. Period. Stop. I'll spot you the 6 you got at the end of the game when the Ravens took their starters out and you couldn't even kick the extra point. Yuck. And here's the road we're going down, and I don't like it. And I never like it. You now have a losing head coach who's becoming combative with the people that cover the team and ultimately, by proxy, the fan base. And that is never, ever in this town a recipe for success. It don't work.
I hate to turn on you because we
Why are
agree
you
in
turning
this.
on me?
I have to ask you a question.
But I'm a pleasant, nice, affable
Oh, yeah?
fella.
You're also a guy that all offseason said they were going to win 10 or 11 games.
Who did?
You.
About what team?
The Jets.
The damn Jets are letting me down again. What are they doing to me?
You're a sucker. That's what you are.
Oh, but he's going to keep receipts about what I'm saying. I'm the guy that keeps saying good things about you guys.
He is so bad. I know ultimately it's not the end of the world. It's about winning and it's on the field. Robert Saleh is really bad at this part of the job.
He's getting worse at
He's
it.
really bad at conversing. And I disagree with one thing. I agree with like 90% of what you said. I don't think he's being combative.
Yeah, that's how I
wouldn't
see
say-
it.
I get what you're saying. I don't think he's yelling and he's arguing with reporters. That isn't happening yet. But he's getting very defensive. And he's saying things that we as fans are like, what?
We watch the games like we know what we're talking about. That's the one thing you have to say, whether you like us or not. The New York fan base, for all sports, including hockey, by the way, it is an intelligent, well-educated fan base that knows what they're looking at. This ain't like coaching in Carolina or Jacksonville, where maybe they don't even care that much.
No, we care. And you have done everything you can, not you, coach, but the organization, to beat the care out of us. You've done everything you could over the last decade to make us not care. But when you don't convert your first third down until you're down 24-3 and it's the fourth quarter, we care. We curse at the TV because we care.
That's a good point.
We say same old Jets because we care. Yep. We all care.
Yep, that's right. First third down converted was with a minute left in the game. Like, come on. But you're going to keep receipts? You're sensitive now? You're not a sensitive guy. We hired you because you were the guy stalking the sideline in San Francisco who looked like a badass MF. That's one of the things that appealed to us. That we didn't have a guy that looked like a Gase on the sideline. We had a man's man who was going to go to war, roll up the sleeves, and get dirty. and now you're sensitive? It's week 1. I can't have a sensitive head coach in week 1. I deserve better. I'm trying to be a good person.
You're trying.
And I'm keeping. By the way, I didn't hear once him say the term receipts.
No, because we haven't gotten to it. We kept stopping
You keep telling me he said I'm keeping receipts. I didn't hear the guy say receipts a single time. Play it.
Okay.
Happen. And I'm taking. We're all taking receipts on all the people who continually mock and say that we ain't going to do anything. I'm taking receipts.
Okay.
And I'm going to be more than happy to share them with all of y'all when it's all said.
Oh,
and done.
jeez. Coach, the reason we mock is because we're angry and we're pissed at the pathetic football we've watched long before you got here, but has continued as you're here. That wasn't offensive football yesterday. All you got to do is turn on any other NFL game, and what you saw was a competent offense.
It's just the same old Jets.
The mocking is because they suck.
Team, but the same results.
Because we're frustrated. Because we're angry.
Jets.
Because all we're asking for is competence.
Results.
And whether it's from the coaching staff, whether it's the fact that you spend all this money on tight ends and we can't find C.J. Uzomah, whether it's the fact that George Fant forgot how to play left tackle, this is pathetic, and it's got to get better. So, you know what? Share the receipts when they're worth sharing, when you actually turn this thing around.
Yeah, that's right. Share, let's keep receipts. I'm keeping receipts too. That's right. And we never lose. You have to remember that. The fan base is undefeated. We win Super Bowls every single year. And here's what's interesting. He appealed to the Jet fan base last week prior to the game. Of course, as you all know, it was the anniversary, sadly, of 9/11. And I thought the trumpet player did an amazing version of the national anthem yesterday. And Robert Saleh asking the fan base to sing along also worked out well, and the fans were amazing. And he had pretty much a sellout there yesterday, and it was great. And then the game started.
Yeah.
And very quickly, it was obvious that it was just the same old Jets.
Well, not after the first play of the game. First play of the game, Michael Carter went for 19 yards, and I'm thinking, here we go.
Woo-hoo.
I'm thinking, here we go.
Woo-hoo.
And then on third down, Calais Campbell's harassing Joe Flacco. They call it an intentional grounding.
Yeah.
And then I realized, okay, yeah, that's the same crap I've watched for a while.
So the head coach in game 1 of year 2 has now gone down the same road that many other losing coaches have before him. Now, can he recover? 100% he can. Can the Jets turn it around by winning? Yeah, on paper they can, sure.
But Craig, that's the only way you do.
Where are the wins coming from?
But that's the only way you recover. You don't recover by saying better things. You recover by winning football games. You recover by beating the Cleveland Browns. You recover by beating the Cincinnati Bengals. And after the garbage we saw offensively in week 1, I'm not sure that's going to flip. Now, I'm excited about some of the weapons they have on offense. I mean, Garrett Wilson looks like he could be a stud.
Oh, but we don't play him till the fourth quarter.
And that's going to change. I'm not even worried about that.
I am.
That's going to
because what did they see that he's okay to play in the second half and get the targets he got, but we don't trust him in the first half?
Well, they made a mistake not targeting him in the first half and him not being. They made a mistake.
Oh, in week 1 they made a mistake?
Yep, no doubt.
Oh, and how about C.J. Uzomah, who was brought here for a reason? And he barely plays yesterday.
No, I agree with that. I'm not
doing?
as confident with the tight end rotation changing, but I will tell you this, and I'll be proven right, and I think you will agree with this. Garrett Wilson's going to be on the field a lot in week 2.
And
Garrett Wilson's going to,
but who knows?
Oh, guaranteed.
Who knows?
Because he started playing a lot the second half of the game. Did you watch it?
I watched the whole game.
All of a sudden, in game 2 of the season, they're going to go back to not playing what could be an electrifying rookie? He's going to play.
That second half means very little to me. I hope they take something out of it.
It doesn't mean anything in terms of results. I agree with you. But it means something in terms of how the coaches are going to use some of their good young players, including a first-round pick who's a wide receiver. Garrett Wilson will be on the field a lot in week 2. That's the one thing I'm actually confident about.
By the way, I don't like a coach threatening me. And that's all that's happened here. Is Robert Saleh is having a bad day, so he decided to lash out and threaten people like me and Evan. I could play that game too, so let's do this. I'm going to start taking receipts and keeping receipts. That's going to be fun. Let's see by Halloween who's got more receipts. Evan and I, keeping track of the things you do and you say about the team, or you in relation to bad predictions we make and bad statements we make about the team. And I'm going to do you a solid because I'm a fair guy. We're going to start today.
We're not going to start when you said the Jets would win 11 games. We're not starting with that?
Oh, wait a minute. I said the Jets might win 10 or 11 games.
Yeah, you said that.
but he's going to keep receipts of the negative comments. So are we going to ignore the positive comments that people like me make?
People saying this is the greatest draft we've ever seen from Joe Douglas. People saying, they could win with Joe Flacco.
So I'm not allowed. So it's okay when I support the team and the moves they've made and the decisions they've made. Those receipts he doesn't remember. But now that I'm being critical, you're being critical, rightfully so. They essentially scored 3 points yesterday. Now I'm keeping receipts. Fine. I'll play by your rules. I'm still going to win. Because as you know, Evan,
we always
in
win.
The game of life, there are
winners
and
losers.
And to this moment in time, from November 9th of 2020 through September 12th of 2022, Evan and I happen to be undefeated. We are the 27 Yankees.
Stop.
Now, how many wins does that count in a football season? Let me figure this out. And I did have someone online ask me a question that I don't think you guys can answer. Are you suggesting that being 0-2 in football is the same as being 0-18 in baseball?
Feels like
Yes.
that. Yes, I am suggesting that.
It is. When the next baseball game you win gives you 9 wins, then yes, it's exactly the same.
Interesting.
We're saying 9 baseball games.
I don't
Is the
understand.
equivalent of 1 football game. So you get to
just
play
asking the
9
question.
baseball games
Yeah.
and win all of them and have a 9-game winning streak. So if the Yankees win 9 in a row today, starting Saturday, and they win 9 in a row, or the Mets win 9 in a row, we would be ecstatic.
Yeah, it's like the Jets being 1-1.
Yes!
At this point.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, trust me. If the Jets win on Sunday, you know what you're going to sound like on Monday?
Who did the Jets play this week? They
Oh,
played
my
the
God. You don't even
Cleveland
know
Browns
they play the Cleveland
with
Browns.
Jacoby Brissett, who just went into Carolina, beat the Carolina Panthers. It's on the table.
Is it on the table?
I think so. Yeah. And just keep that receipt, Coach. I think you have a chance to beat the Cleveland Browns.
Is it
in
on
Cleveland.
Is it on the table when Myles Garrett is chasing Joe Flacco around?
Oh, wait a minute.
Is it
I
on
forgot.
the table when Jadeveon Clowney is chasing Joe? Is that on the table?
I forgot we have a cigar store Indian playing quarterback for us. Yeah.
Like sometimes the NFL isn't as simple as, well, Jacoby Brissett's the quarterback. That's fine. Did you see who's playing quarterback for the New York Jets?
I did.
Right now,
Yeah.
serious question.
Yeah.
Who would you rather have starting for your team? Jacoby Brissett or Joe Flacco? It's not even close, bro. It's not even close.
Don't make me say Jacoby Brissett.
No, because that's the answer,
But I don't
man.
want to say that.
Well, you have to.
I don't want to say it.
Then
I
lie.
think Joe Flacco's going to rebound.
Stop. Would you just pull the trigger and start Mike White? Would you do that?
I would not. I think Mike White is a train wreck.